Hello everyone, good day. Welcome to our special Friday edition of the Agribusiness Management Tips podcast. And today we are looking at a caption, Hidden Wealth in Post-Harvest Management. Post-Harvest Management has been an integral part of agribusiness operations that has not been handled with so much urgency and importance. And as such, smallholder farmers doesn't pay more attention to it, not knowing that there's a massive wealth being lost through this poor operational system. And this made us to consider these as a topic in our Friday special edition of Agribusiness Management Tips podcast. And to lead us in this discussion is no other person but Mr. Williams Lanier, the Managing Director of Never Farms and Consulting Limited, Ghana. Join me as I welcome Mr. Williams to lead us in this discussion. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
The bedrock purpose of agriculture is to provide accessible nutrition, environmentalism, and foreign exchange. Unlike increasing production with fertilizer inputs and assuming the production is consumed safely, targeting post-harvest and input loss increases access to nutrition without the need for additional fertilizer or inelastic soil and water inputs. Hello, I am William Thomas Lanier of Never Idle Farms, Ghana, which replaces sub-Saharan African post-harvest and input loss with nutrition.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for that great introduction. And it's a privilege for us to have you with us in this special edition. And we have some few questions we'd like you to share more light on these post-harvest management laws being experienced by smallholder and medium-scale farmers in sub-Saharan Africa. Our first question goes thus: why are sub-Saharan African growers not aware of great wealth being lost through poor post-harvest system? Over to you, Mr. Williams.
One reason farmers are not aware of wealth lost is that, for example, digital platforms market fertilizer and other inputs for agribusiness middlemen by overemphasizing increased production, regardless of nutrition. Without post-harvest interventions that correspond to production, post-harvest loss totals $4 billion a year at 2007 prices. Nutrition is lost and 48 million people go hungry. However, increased production and then inevitable post-harvest loss does depress the harvest glut prices that guarantee middlemen and their digital platforms risk-free profits. Although digital platforms make input production less expensive, ever less expensive inputs drive the need for new land extensification and irrigation intensification. Since soil and water inputs are lost without raising yield of nutrition, imports increase and exports decrease. Accepting post-harvest loss means digital platforms exacerbate insecurity and emissions by facilitating profits from the production of food that is not consumed. Illuminating sub-Saharan African post-harvest and input loss would show growers why inputs do not yield the nutrition or correspond to wealth.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for that great response, making smallholder farmers and medium-scale farmers to understand the massive wealth they are losing through ignorance or lack of knowledge about post-harvest management. If $4 billion is being lost in 2007, definitely by 2022, 2025, if no action is taken, the massive revenue that smallholder farmers will have lost will be around $30 billion. This is massive. There is need for urgent action. There is need for urgent awareness and knowledge about this hidden wealth being thrown away through ignorance and lack of information. Let's take it further, Mr. Williams. Now that the smallholder farmers and medium-scale farmers are now aware about the massive wealth being thrown away through lack of knowledge on post-harvest management, Mr. Williams, let me ask this question. What do you think is the best post-harvest system medium and small-scale farmers could put in place to protect surplus grain and reduce their post-harvest and input loss? Thank you.
For surplus growers on the dry lands of West Africa, the best post-harvest system facilitates sun and ambient air drying while the crop is standing, and then prevents mold contaminating harvested grain in field, so growers can negotiate fair transport. The transport intervention should be mobile to the farm, so raised and vented storage enables biological versus fumigation integrated pest management. At market Conical shaped floors ease cleaning after mobile storage primary processes, accessible nutrition and foreign exchange.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for that insightful response. As we begin to bring today's special Friday edition of Agribusiness Management Tips podcast to a close, as we draw the curtain on the hidden wealth in post-harvest management, can we look at this perspective, Mr. Williams? What is the best post-harvest solution for grains, legumes, and pulses? Post-harvest solutions for grains, legumes, and pulses. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Choosing the best post-harvest solution requires capacity in farm management, business planning, and experience with effective and efficient enterprise. First, management must calculate the value of the farm post-harvest and input loss. The value of input loss is crucial, as percent post-harvest loss eliminates not just production, but an equal percent of all the fertilizer, seed, labor, mechanized services, and soil and water inputs used to grow food that is not safe for consumption. Second, to plan effective and efficient, a business must estimate the cost of mismarketing 1/3 to 1/4 of the crop 6 to 10 months later, when price is likely appreciated. Combining the results of the value and miscalculation estimates a budget that facilitates discussion of the best lease service or purchase of solutions on the often ignored nutrition side of sub-Saharan agriculture. Last, the grower should compare cost of the solution per ton of nutrition that is harvested with optimal moisture levels, aggregated so integrated pest management versus price appreciation, determine profitable primary processing at market. Of course, extra capacity means bumper harvests benefit growers, not just middlemen and their digital platforms.
Thank you, Mr. Williams, for your time. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the opportunity to host you on Agribusiness Management Tips podcast today. Thank you for opening the eyes of smallholder farmers and medium-scale farmers to massive wealth being lost to poor post-harvest management systems. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this podcast on the hidden wealth in post-harvest management. Let's not allow this discussion to end here. Let's take it to our social media, especially on our LinkedIn at OnePlot. Let's discuss further. Let's see how we can help small-scale farmers, medium-scale farmers around us within our community to understand the massive wealth being thrown away through lack of knowledge on post-harvest management. And let's see how we can help them to incorporate post-harvest management solutions into their farming operations to help them maximize the wealth attached to farming. We'd like you to join us again as we look into another management solutions that will help small-scale farmers and medium-scale farmers to improve efficiency in their farming operations. For further inquiries on how we can help you improve your performance, help you to improve efficiency in your farming operations, and help you to design the best farming systems and technology that will help you to achieve your purpose, do not hesitate to visit our website www.justoneplot.com and send us an email justoneplot@gmail.com or check us out on all our social platforms at OnePlot. Thank you. God bless us all.